Hey, Alpha Womanpreneurs. How is your day going? I'm coming to you with yet another Black History profile on Valaida Snow, Queen of the Trumpet. Some fans called her Little Louie. So boss was she on the trumpet. Queen of the Trumpet was the more lasting moniker for this musician who toured widely in the 1930s through the 1950s with such greats as Count Basie, Earl Hines, and Fletcher Henderson. In the mix, she cut about 40 records, both in the States and abroad. Valaida Snow, born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, was a member of a very musical family with a gift for whimsy. One suspects, considering that Valaida's mother named two of her siblings Alvaida and Lavaida. Her mother was also the family music maven. Her first instructor, in fact, on the bass violin, the cello, guitar, and other stringed instruments. Valaida would add dancing, singing, and composing to her repertoire of talents, with the trumpet emerging as her number one instrument. Valaida Snow made her debut at Harlem's exclusive club in 1922 after playing clubs in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. She hit Broadway in 1924 as Mandy in Chocolate Dandies, and her stage credits to come would include Rhapsody in Black, 1924, and Blackbirds, 1934, as well. She appeared in a few American and French films in the late 1930s. But always, the trumpet was her strength. Snow's trumpet playing was inventive, effortless, highly stylized, and exceptionally improvisational, said one connoisseur. Her treatment of lyrical themes was suggestive of Billie Holiday, highly personal and reflective. And when Snow was living large, she lived with striking style. Singer and pianist Bobby Short, you got snowflakes in his eyes as a young man in Chicago, carrying his memory of her in his 1971 book, Black and White Baby. Never ever could he forget the fabled Valaida Snow, who traveled in an orchard-colored Mercedes-Benz, dressed in an orchard suit, her pet monkey rigged out in an orchard jacket and cap, with a chauffeur in orchard as well. Though Snow has successes in her home country, she had an even better reception in Europe. But Europe, the place of her greatest triumphs, was also the place of her devastation. The facts are fuzzy. Was she guilty of drug possession, or was it theft, or something else? Being non-Aryan might well have been her crimes, say some. For this was, after all, when the Nazis had their boots on the neck of Europe. Whatever she did or didn't do, Snow was arrested and sent to a concentration camp. After being deported, she returned to the United States in 1941 or 42, a broken, changed woman, weighing no more than 70 pounds. Eventually, she performed again, but she was never the same. What happened to Valaida Snow in that concentration camp is a mystery, one that has haunted many musicians and music scholars. The legends of the trumpet queen have also inspired a few works of fiction. There's a woman who plays trumpet is deported by Michelle Cliff, collected in Bodies of Water, 1990. John Edgar Wildman, 1989 collection of stories. Fever contains one entitled Valaida, which begins, "You called me Minnie Mouse, but you never saw me melted down to 68 pounds soaking wet. They beat me and F me in every hole I had. I was their whore, their maid, a stool they stood on when they wanted to reach a little higher. But I never sank in their cage, Bobby. Not one note. Cost me a tooth once, but not a note. Tell him that one day I decided I'd had enough and walked away from their hell. Walked across Europe, the Atlantic Ocean, the whole US of A, till I found a quiet spot, put peace back in my soul, and then I began performing again. My tunes in my solitude. And yes, there was a pitiful little stomped down white boy in the camp I tried to keep the guards from killing. But if he lived or died, I never knew, then or now. Monkey and chauffeur and limo and champagne cigars and outrageous dresses with rhinestones, fringe and peekaboo splits. That's the foolishness the reporter after stuff him with UMC BS. And if he's still curious when you're finish. If he sings a halfway decent sort in spite of himself, you might suggest listening to the trumpet solo in my heart belongs to daddy. Hit him to hot snow, the next to last cut, my voice, and Lady Day's figure, and ground, dear Lord above, send me back my love. I salute this amazing her story making sister, Valaida Snow, Queen of the Trumpet.